Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I have decided we are going to attack Buton, so let's get on with it. Bam. Bam. Who wants to fight? Activating those conscripts might have created a problem for me from a mobilization perspective, but I think it'll be fine. We have a movement to enact poor laws. Our number of unemployed is pretty low. So I think we're going to go ahead and do it. The only people who are upset about it are the landowners, and I don't care. Philippines, what are you... Johnny, what are you doing? They changed their stance toward us, which is sad, because I was happy with that trade agreement. We're making a lot of money trading, you and I. There are countries we could sway. Oh. Yeah, I don't need Bunjar's assistance with this whole thing. So as long as none of the European powers get involved in this, we should be good to go. I've given myself a little block of infamy, but I don't think that'll necessarily be a problem. Italy says I'm not touching it. That's fine. Weird that France still hasn't managed to get a hold of Mascara yet, but... Ooh. Java, are you sure you don't want to be in our custody? Ooh. Hold up. They do want to be in our customs union. Yes. Welcome. Excellent. Buton backs down. Java accepts the customs union. Happy to take on... I'm happy to take on their debt because we have plenty of cash in the pot and because I would love to not have to owe them an obligation. So Buton is now in our customs union, which is excellent. Our relations are not great, but they are improving, hopefully. There's that. And we can't bankroll them yet because we don't have the influence for it. Okay, so some of this we can remove. Zanzibar, I don't think I need to bankroll you any longer. Who else? Marina Kingdom, I think we're good to go. I've got an obligation over them, so I don't need that. Who else? I damaged my relations with a bunch of people in this general area by doing that, but I think by getting aggressive with Buton, but I think it'll be fine. So I've got pretty much everyone except for Yogyakarta and Sambas of the Sultanates. Sambas, do you want... Our relations are not great. Yeah, let's work in it. I don't want to get any infamy trying to fight you. And Yogyakarta, I think I'm at the same point with that. I think just improving relations will be fine. So, coffee talk. Poor laws was on everyone's lips in every coffee house. Afterwards, Jiro Minami was ready to cross the intelligentsia to help pass the law. Vice Council advises... Good going, me. Advises against conflating the voice of people with the voice of God. Wiser Council calls the voice of the people mad. The wisest council understands that genius and madness are two sides of the same coin. It's a matter of knowing when to listen. Welcome this change of heart. This potentially makes Jiro Minami stronger. Potentially makes the industrialist stronger. Potentially makes him dead. Or shield Jiro Minami. This just makes the industrialist stronger and gives us enactment chance. I'm gonna go with this. Jiro Minami is intelligentsia, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he's the nihilist in the intelligentsia's camp. So, how are things going? Australia still is not in our customs union. What's the Australian market looking like? We have a lot of trade routes with them. Oh yeah, I'm developing a can opener. That's funny. Most of the cost of my diplomatic pacts is supporting Australia and the Philippines. Cautious. I don't wish to be cautious. I wish to be good friends. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, we're very close to completing wargaming, and then I think I'll feel confident enough to go after Korea. Let's look at China's military methods. They're still just kind of one tech level behind. And then Russia is essentially the same if I... Well, they're two. Oh, interesting. Russia's quite far behind militarily. There's wargaming. So let's go ahead and get siege artillery operating. That costs ammunition. We can get bicycle messengers, but we need a way to get rubber into the customs union. Oh no, we do have rubber plenty. Oh, that's right, because we've got a bunch of Southeast Asia. Yeah, absolutely. Bicycle messengers away. So that's going to cost us a little bit more cash, but I'm not necessarily worried about that one bit. We've already had enlistment offices spreading to us. So once that is done, we'll do mass conscription. And then I'll go ahead and... What next? Landing craft. It's going to be landing craft next. I've got to get able to do naval invasions without a problem. So we've just got a few more weeks here, but hopefully we'll be fine with poor laws. The wedge in academia. With the rise in discontent among the academia, a new proudly nihilist leader of the intelligentsia has come to the fore. This is Yoshinori Dewa. The life of a limited person almost always flows more smoothly and pleasantly than the life of a genius or even just an intelligent person. Clever people do not get along with those phenomena to which the masses become accustomed without the slightest difficulty. Clever people do not get along with those phenomena to which the masses become accustomed without the slightest difficulty. Intelligent people, depending on the various conditions of temperament and development, are in the most heterogeneous relationship to these phenomena. Okay. Not sure what you're trying to say here. Keep a close eye on him. This makes middle stardom pops and the Ryukus angry. Radical, by which I mean 5% more radical. Or perhaps he is simply a product of our actions. Nihilist predominance makes the intelligentsia stronger. I'm going to keep a close eye on him. I'm not too worried about the Ryukus. The art of doing nothing. Though previously opposing poor laws, Jiro Minami has considered the industrialist political position and instead offers support. While speaking with constituents on matters of law, one must first master the art of appearing to do nothing. While you do everything behind whispers and masked men, indubitably. Welcome their support. This makes him and the industrialists stronger. Keep a sharp eye. They're up to something. This makes Jiro Minami weaker. I'm going to go with making Jiro Minami weaker. I think he's likely to do movements that are potentially a problem. So this makes him in neutral popularity, minus 15 popularity. So that should weaken any movement that he's trying to be a part of. All right. We've still got a good amount of infamy. Where are we spending? We've got a lot of influence being spent here. Is there a country that we could rival without potentially... I thought we rivaled Egypt. We did rival Egypt already. Let's rival Korea. And Morocco. Cool. So that should give us a little bit of extra influence, which will give us a little bit of extra infamy decay, which will mean it'll be sooner before we can go after, until we can go after the rest of Korea. So, Austria is, yep, Korea's rivaling us. That's not shocking. What diplomatic play is going on here? It's just a rebellion in Moldavia. This play. Communist Hamburg versus Hamburg. Interesting. Where is Hamburg? It's here. Alright. Curious. Not even going to try with that one. British Republic is a parliamentary oligarchy. Government type of the country is ruled by a rich and powerful political class. Yep, that sounds like Great Britain during this time. Oh man, heck! We passed Great Britain for GDP. We're number 3. And we're catching up to China. Excellent. Hold on, let me look at the rankings here for a second. Because we're actually very high on the prestige track. I don't know how Italy got past Great Britain, but they did. Ooh, infertile grounds. Finding both the Japanese public and supposed political allies unreceptive to his ideas, frustrated, Jiro Minami has decided to retire from the realm of politics, opting instead to spend the rest of his days penning embittered reflections on what could have been. I give these bumpkins the truth, and how am I rewarded? With deafening silence. And they call Edo a city of ideas, of culture. The only evidence of cultivation I've found in that cesspool of a city came from the fields outside of it, and even they were cared for poorly. Good riddance to you all, I say, sirs. Good riddance to you all. Let him peddle his ideas in peace away from Edo. He settles domestically. This makes the intelligentsia stronger. Or politely inform him his presence is unwanted in Japan. He's exiled. And the intelligentsia get mad. He can go. We don't want agitators here. This is a chill government. Yes, I am going to pull the armed forces in here once it's time to get mass conscription passed, because that is going to help everything. I'm still sad that the Philippines didn't want to be, or are now feeling cautious about us, but I'm hoping that with all this influence we've got going on, we can... Interesting. I'm spending quite a bit of it on defensive pacts that I don't necessarily need to be. Oh, and I've been improving relations with Austria for, like, this whole time. That's right, because there was a rebellion in Austria. They don't want a trade agreement. Minus 100. Oh, no trade routes. Well, what do you want, Austria? Mostly nothing we can help with. It's a rebellion in almost all of Finland, which is pretty funny. Alright, come on, poor laws, you can do it. Increase the speed here. Discord within the armed forces. An influential faction within the armed forces has gone frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of poor laws. Themselves in favor of the law, they've now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. How can you all stand idly by and watch the world pass before your eyes? Have you no sense of honor, of duty to your fellow man? I say nay to such lack of ambition, and I dare say I am not alone in this. With their support, the bill shall pass. 15% enactment chance. Armed forces get weaker, or the industrialists extend an open hand to these mavericks. Armed forces get much weaker, but industrialists get stronger. Smaller enactment chance increase. I'm going to go with the second one. That'll pull us up to 77%. No one's opposing this. I don't need the enactment chance. I'm just trying to get it done as fast as I can get it, which doesn't seem to be all that fast, frankly. because we're basically there, or we're there at enlistment offices. Beautiful. Ooh, and we unlock mutual funds. That is interesting. So let's take a look at our buildings. See how that can go. We've got steam-powered thresher machines, but I think that's going to cost us so much tools and coal. Actually, it's not that much. Huzzah! It worked. Alright, wonderful. Coal mines, publicly traded. That makes them much more profitable. Iron mines, less profitable. Lead mines, more. Sulfur mines, more. Gold mines, more. Wonderful. Oh, and we can do the same with plantations. I think I'm just going to pull the trigger on this for all of the plantations. So this is going to make our landowning class much weaker, and our capitalist class much stronger. Can't do it for the subsistence buildings, and then we can do it for industrial buildings as well. Oh. We have the capacity to go to elastics with our textile mills, which produce way more luxury clothes, but that would also cost us a bunch of rubber, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. Cool. Alright, that's completed. Why are all of our arts academies goofed up? Okay. Somehow... Oh, because aristocrats were the ones buying fine art. So now nobody wants art anymore. Who would like art? I will sell every art. Well, that's very interesting. Upper strata are still affluent, so that's sufficient. Oh my goodness, there's been a rebellion in Great Britain again. Things are very unstable in Great Britain, I must say. Oh, and there's a rebellion in Spain, a communist rebellion in Spain. Wild. An event. Houses of Faith. The prospect of workhouses, including religious instructions in their work, has allowed the proposal of poor laws to gain favor with the Buddhist monks. What is different between the man who is pursued by poverty to his own destruction and the ascetic who pursues poverty for the betterment of his soul? The answer surely lies not in the nature of material poverty, but in the poverty of the spirit. This is the form of poverty that the workhouses most desperately need to alleviate. Religious practices are the key to the moral discipline the poor need. 10% of Shinto pops in Japan become more radical. Buddhist monks get stronger, 20% more enactment chance. Or moral principles can be instilled without the help of Buddhist monks. How many Shinto pops do we actually have? 1.97%? Not worried about it. Let's do it. I'm happy with the Buddhist monks being stronger. That's completely fine with me. Sure wish we could get a success. We've had 4 events on our north of 50% situation here. Also, we seem to be hitting a late-game economic slump, and I'm not super stoked about it. Where can we get coal from? The French market. Also the communist Spanish market. Also the radical British market. Still having an electricity shortage, but we don't have the technology to produce electricity yet. Actually, let's go ahead and make a beeline for electricity, because that'll create some, that'll create a good opportunity to increase employment, and then we'll do landing craft. We're getting pretty good tech spread. And literacy is still on the way up, which is good. Come on, Poor Laws, get it together. Getting down there in infamy. Mexico wants a trade agreement? Heck yes. Hey, we're in consideration. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. A communist uprising in the United States, led by the evangelicals and the Red Army. Interesting. Whereas the USA is a presidential republic. That's quite curious. Led by the petite bourgeoisie and the trade unions. Jingoist Republican. Well, what an interesting situation. President Ross will need to... there will be a lot to do. Am I not involved in this, in this? I'm not. Do I not have an interest over there? Well, gosh, I should. Do now. Russia, why would you do this? Why are you goofing up our relations, Russia? Makes me sad. Excellent. Australia will join the customs union. Wonderful. Look at that co-prosperity sphere. Heck yes. And the law has moved on to adoption. Wonderful. Ugh, and Austria is having another rebellion. A liberal revolt this time. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop improving relations then, because I don't know if improving relations with Austria is going to matter. In fact, I suspect it may not. Do I not? Didn't I declare a bunch of interests? I have an interest going into Nubia. Why am I not... Why is this not my diplomatic play? That's weird. I'm going to declare more interests. Russia tried to make Netherlands a protectorate. Russia, I'm going to stop improving relations with you. I don't feel compelled to be concerned about your interference in my affairs at present. And by my affairs, I mean my attempts to conquer Korea. Now that I have a beachhead here, okay, so the two Austrias are embargoing each other. We're at 100% with poor laws, so this should... Octavius McCoy. What a great name. Alright. Poor laws have been enacted. Hasn't been activated yet. Alright, so... let's go ahead. So, to get to mass conscription, we have 10% enactment chance. It'll make everyone happier except for the rural folk. Let's go ahead and pull the armed forces into the government. And now, we'll have 22%, and this is what I really want. We should get a bunch of... wow. Yeah, we got a bunch of loyalists from that. And once it gets to the end of the week, we'll see how that's going to affect our bottom line. Not that much. Not that much. We can definitely afford to increase payments. Interesting that we can't get up to level 3. So let's do the egalitarianism. I wonder if socialism is the next round with that? No, that one's workplace safety. Institution. Human rights, maybe? Yeah, it's human rights. There we go. That's what causes it. Cool. No meaningful opposition. So essentially at the moment it's only a matter of time. Unless the rural folks start a movement, they are pretty unhappy about it. But we'll see. They are also quite weak. I don't need to suppress the landowners anymore. So we'll go ahead and suppress the rural folk. The landowners have gotten much weaker since I moved to, publicly traded everything. How's our infamy? It's getting pretty low. And do we have a recent tech change malice? We do not. Alright, cool. So I think that's good. And before I forget to do this, I'm going to queue in a break for radio. Oh no, I can't do that. Too many techs in the way here. Alright, so we're going to do open hearth process, steel railway car. I don't have any use for aniline, so we're going to leave that one alone for now. We got so many dye plantations. So after that, we'll queue in telephone and then radio. Backroom dealings exposed. Stall immediately. Prominent members of the trade unions, outspoken supporters of mass conscription, and close allies of Yusaki Terauchi have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. So, such is the nature, minus 15% enactment. Throw them to the wolves, we'll clean up this mess, minus 10% enactment. Or we can derive some benefit from participating ourselves. It makes it faster, but adds a setback. We do have a stall chance now. I'm going to throw them to the wolves. That's going to increase the debate chance. So it's not great, but our stall chance and our advance chance are equal, and I can get the best of most debate outcomes, so I think I'm pretty okay with that. That having been said, I don't know if we're going to finish with this before we get our reputation back, so I think it's possible we may need to fight one more war with National Militia. And that's just going to kind of be how it is. Do any of our... How are our... See... 2.49k migration. So this should be increasing the population significantly of both of these states. But it's just not. Okay, Kansai is pushing migration to a bunch of other areas. But only Kansai, because of its high unemployment. See, Chubu's not. Extra from a trade center. Chubu still is. Yeah, but like... Yeah, so Hokkaido is getting 48 immigrants from Kansai a week. And Sakhalin, 21. It's not nearly enough, friends. I'm not super excited about this business. Let's go ahead and build whaling stations and fishing wharves in these areas. A melee uprising. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be involved in that. We're in consideration. Excellent. Compensating us somewhat for our terrible luck in that other situation. Ooh, Walega is fighting well. Excellent. Yes. Walega, sure would be nice to have you on my customs union. Ooh, you need a lot of things that I produce a lot of. Luxuries, steel, tools, artillery, column engines. Luxuries, steel, tools, artillery, engines. I'm not going to sell them coal. I don't think that's going to be productive. And let's go ahead and get some more ports built up. Oh my goodness. We're short on infrastructure in a lot of areas. I had no idea. Alright, so that's my bad. But we need our electric trains. How long until I can get that? So electric railways are down here. We're going to need capacitors for that. It's definitely going to be some time. And after this, I need to see where my military situation's at. So maybe we'll let that go for now. 3.0. Sierra Leone is improving relations. Good to hear. Where are we, Walega? You are happy with the trade agreement. Excellent. That said, the episode has been going for a bit. We've done a lot of maneuvering. We got Buton into our situation. They're still rebellious. Relations are getting better, though. So hopefully that'll continue to improve. And our diplomatic pacts line item has never been higher. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. But yeah, I think that's all we got for this episode. I have had fun, friends. I hope you have as well. And I will see you all on the other side.